Hey yo, it's 48 Sharks. So, I was about to start just anxiously crumbling up a fucking receipt, but you guys don't need that fucking noise in the background. Why am I even anxious? I just started this video. That's the introduction! No, I'm just kidding. This video is about fucking growth and evolution, man. I begin my videos, as you guys know if you've been subscribed to me and following me, that I oftentimes, like, majority, if not like 99% of the time, just kind of begin my videos with an idea in my head, and then I just express it as I go. And but I'm gonna highlight some main points in advance this time, that way you guys know what you're getting into. um Fucking the golden rule, like teamwork, morals, ethics, um proving yourself wrong in the sense that you can do things, stuff like that. We'll get down the list. We'll get down the list as we go there. So, I mean, not in any particular order, but that's like a rough roadmap. So I was gonna make a podcast or a video or whatever the fuck you would call this, weeks ago, and I was gonna make it about how at my current job that I have, I've never felt more comfortable with a job before. I've always had a shitty job. I've always had horrible managers. To the extent where they even know the people in HR type shit. So there is no protection, and I've just had a really bad experience with jobs. I've had a lot of jobs, a diverse experience. I've even tried starting some of my own companies. Some worked, but just failed in other ways because I either started them young, or there was some issue that I didn't know how to foresee or fix, or wasn't able to fix at that point. But then always tried making something else. So there's a lot of diversity. And the actual jobs where I wasn't working for myself and I was working for somebody else, they've always just been shit. I've felt like I've been shat on, abused, taken advantage of. It truly is slave labor shit. I mean, if you work at an entry level job and you're not working 10%, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you trying harder than that? Because they only want to pay 10%. So, and then one day, like that little philosophy, that proverb about the fish and the monkey that are like, they're together, and they're in front of this tree, and they're trying to climb it, and the fish can't even get onto the stump, but the monkey can go up and down onto every fucking branch that there is, even like the thinnest of ones, and just jump before it breaks. He knows the tree, that is his world. And the entire time that I've been this fish trying to climb this tree, I've been looking at this giant blue thing to my side, off the cliff. Just this giant blue thing that just goes on forever. And apparently I found out that's the ocean. And one day I just got fed up and I jumped off the cliff and fell into the water and was like, oh fuck. This is water and I have fins. That's what these things are for. This is why I could not climb a tree. Because I'm supposed to go like this. The monkey fucking drowned, bro. And I'm still here swimming, man. I'm still here swimming, teaching other schools of fish the same fucking thought that I have in my head, the same ideal that I have formed in my own personal way, that I hope you guys can take this and form in your own way. So again, I was gonna make a video about how much I like work, and how like the golden rule, treat others how you want to be treated type shit. um you know for a while, after my mom died, I totally said fuck morals and fuck ethics, and I would just be a real piece of shit. And for a lot of people, this might be like the first time I'm admitting this, or you might be shocked to hear that I'm like that. But no, I'm fucking, my when you're intelligent, man, you plot shit and you don't say shit, and you just feel really bad because it fucking worked. And you're good at hiding shit, and that's not something to be proud of, and it's something that I am ashamed of. But I shouldn't, even though it may be shameful, I shouldn't feel ashamed. I should just recognize that was something that was unhealthy, that was unhealthy behavior. But I've gone past that, and in the last few years, man, I've really been busting my ass trying to grow and evolve myself as a fucking human, man, evolve my consciousness. And the biggest part of that is lifting everybody else up that is around you up with you as you go. Now, that's not to say don't lift everybody up and carry them. I'm not saying carry anybody in any way. None of what I'm saying is saying to carry people. I'm saying you wanna fucking clap for them when they succeed, even if they do the smallest thing, just like they're a child, man. If they picked up a cracker and aimed it into their mouth correctly, clap for that fucking child, because at least it didn't go in his nose or his eye or his ear, or he could have thrown it, but he knew that cracker goes in the mouth. Clap for people for the small shit, man. Clap for the people that are out here doing the basics of what it takes. If you can't climb one flight of stairs, clap for the person that at least tried to take a step, because there are people that don't even go into the stairwell. So when it comes to the golden rule and back to work, as a reference, I work at a plasma center, and not obviously not gonna say it, but there's the front end, which is reception, and then there's the back end, which is like the phlebotomists, the people that help, the people that process the plasma, the people that fix the machines, all of that, right? Reception is fairly easy, not to say it's not insanely difficult. It's very technical socially, and if you're not good socially, it's may not be the job for you. I fucking am a social pariah, so I eat this job up. I love this job. This job is my ocean and I am a fish. Or maybe I'm a monkey and this job is my tree, but this job is such a huge opportunity. I'm a fish and this is my ocean, man, and I'm so excited to be swimming in it. But there's other fish who never even tried climbing a tree to begin with. They always knew they were born to swim. I never knew that. I found that later on, so I appreciate that fact so much more than I feel like other people do. And so with this new idea, this new perspective, fresh, brand new, swimming with all these other old, outdated, angry people who just don't appreciate the fact that they don't have to deal with the wooden fucking thing that goes up. All they got to do is glide with their fins and just enjoy it. I don't know. Have they suffered and they're just doing their own thing? Are they just too young? Do they not get it? Do they get it and they're just over it? There's so many reasons, and my reason, man, is not my reason, but my intention is, when in reception we finish first, we're somebody's always supposed to go to the back and help the back area stock their stuff. Nobody wants to go back and do that. So they'll try to clock out and avoid, well, not everybody, but some people will try to clock out and avoid that. I get it. I've done it too. We're all human. But, now I don't. Because, as Seb Lactico said, life is not a reality to be questioned or answered, but an experience to be lived. Fuck, he's gonna kill me because that's not like the word for word of it. But you know, when even if I have a rough day, even if I have a rough day, and I ran my whole section by myself for the most part of the day, and I'm just spent, you know, if I did have somebody else that was working with me and they just tried to dip, you know, I would still go out and I would still help the other side, even though that's not even my department. And I would expect the same from them, you know, like I would expect people to, you know, respect the golden rule. But it doesn't happen. But what I realized is if you yourself just indiscriminately be the most genuine, authentic person, always trying the best that you can do, one, you never have anything to be shameful for. Two, you never have any regrets. Three, anything you do will only help or inspire somebody else to do the same thing, and fucking the list can go on. So, you know, I'll go out there and, you know, if they get sent out there and I finish my stuff early, I'll go out there and I'll stay late and I'll help them. You know, it's you gotta help your fellow man, bro. You gotta help the people that are in the weeds. It's teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. That really is a thing that stands out. And you know, just you know, like when a tree falls, does anybody hear it? Like, is anybody gonna notice that you really didn't try as hard as you could? And to that, I will say you would know. Unless you're really good at lying to yourself, which I've also done. I forgot. I made myself forget that moms existed after my mom died. You know, that's you can make yourself forget a lot of shit. The brain is a hell of a drug. But how are you gonna wire it? How are you gonna choose to rewire your neural pathways? You know, the whole fake it till you make it thing. That's a thing because you're not just faking it till you make it. Your neurons, your neural pathways are almost creating a muscle memory for these things. So even though you're faking it, you're still flexing that muscle. Like even if you're faking the fact that you want to lift weights, as long as you're lifting you know, weights, you're still doing the thing even if you're doing it for a fake reason. You know, and this is growth. This is evolution, man. The train kind of, I'm not gonna lie, the train went off the rails for that one. There was a lot of momentum in that thought. But, you know, just evolution of the self, man. Taking time to question things. You know, why am I climbing this tree? What is that giant blue thing over there? You know, just try it out. If you've never done it, you know, how would you know that you're supposed to swim if you've never gone into the fucking water? You know, that's what I was going to say. You know, when you just do something so genuine and so pure and you help somebody regardless and they've never helped you at all, and the fact that you just keep relentlessly helping them, no matter that you have to or not, there is no obligation. You just do it because that's just what you do. You're just that motherfucker, man. You're that genuine fucker, man. Like when you become that person, it you know, you don't have to worry about the people around you because you're almost you're inspiring them at that point. And if you know, if they're not being inspired or if they're not being able to inspire themselves, then that just filters out the people that you don't want to deal with, and that just makes life so much easier and shows you who to avoid and who to spend your time on. But you know, man, again, just the self evolution. It's baby steps, and it's discipline, and it's patience, and it's realizing this thing and then this thing. And you know, you could realize something 10 years ago that's not going to make sense until you realize this one thing that just happened today. And that's also a thing. So no matter where you are in life, no matter what's going on, you know, just things change. It's super malleable. You know, I never thought I would be here at this point. I never thought I would be so excited for a job. you know, I might, even 6 months from now, I might say, fuck this shit. And that's also okay. But it's just, I mean, life is wild, man. Life is fucking wild. And, you gotta try it. You gotta try it and you gotta live it. And you have to exist. You have to.